The 25 Sentimo 1980 coin was minted during a time of major national transformation. In 1972, President Marcos declared martial law and later launched the Bagong Lipunan movement. This campaign sought to promote a new society characterized by discipline, unity, and economic reform. By the time the 1980 25 Sentimo coin was released, the Philippines was already deep into this new society narrative. Every aspect of governance, infrastructure, and even coinage was used as a vehicle to promote nationalistic ideals and centralized authority. The Ang Bagong Lipunan coin series was introduced in 1975 by the Central Bank of the Philippines, Bangko Sentral and Philippines. The obverse front of the 1980 25 Sentimo features the image of Juan Luna, one of the Philippines' most celebrated heroes. He was a renowned painter and patriot of the late 19th century who used art as a tool of resistance during Spanish colonial rule. The left-facing portrait of Juan Luna is engraved in the center. Inscription. The reverse side of the coin bears the following features: large bold 25 Sentimo, inscribed at the center. Just above or alongside the number is the slogan Ang Bagong Lipunan, echoing the government's political branding. Floral design. The 25 Sentimo denomination was essential for everyday small transactions like jeepney fares, small market goods, and sari-sari store items. Despite inflation, coins like these maintained practical value throughout the 1980s. In rural communities especially, the 25 Sentimo coin had significant purchasing power, enough to buy a candy, newspaper sheet, or even a few pieces of produce. The 1980 25 Sentimo coin is more than a monetary tool. It's a historical artifact. Through its design and inscription, the government promoted themes of nationalism, heroism, and reform. It was a way to project a united Filipino identity aligned with the state's political narrative. The Ang Bagong Lipunan slogan stamped on the coin was a daily reminder to citizens of the ideological reforms being implemented. During the late 1970s and early 1980s, the Philippine economy was facing mounting foreign debt, inflation, and dependency on imports. Currency devaluation also became an issue. The minting of durable and cost-effective coins, like the 25 Sentimo, was part of broader monetary policies to stabilize and regulate currency in circulation. Today, the 1980 Philippine 25 Sentimo is considered a vintage collectible. Circulated coins. Some collectors prize it for its historical importance, unique design, and association with Juan Luna. The 1980 Philippine 25 Sentimo coin captures a moment in history when the country was undergoing tremendous transformation politically, economically, and culturally. It's a small but powerful symbol of an ambitious, controversial era. With Juan Luna's image and the Bagong Lipunan slogan, it reflects the aspirations, struggles, and identity of the Filipino people. During a time of great change, whether in a collector's, this coin was minted in 1980. Its design elements and choice of honoring national heroes like Juan Luna trace their origins back to the Spanish colonial period. During Spanish rule, Filipinos were not often featured on currency. It wasn't until independence movements of the late 19th century that local heroes like Jose Rizal and Juan Luna gained prominence. Thus, by 1980, showcasing Luna on the 25 Sentimo served as both symbolic resistance to colonization and national pride in Filipino identity, themes deeply rooted in centuries-old history. The Central Bank of the Philippines, BSP, was responsible for minting this coin. Established in 1949, the BSP had by the 1980s become deeply involved in reshaping Philippine coinage under President Marcos' directive. All coins of this period were produced under strict guidelines, promoting efficiency, durability, and national themes. The BSP worked with both local and foreign mints, especially when local facilities couldn't meet demand. The 1980 coin comes from a politically tense time. Under martial law 1972 to 1981, Marcos' regime was marked by censorship, curfews, military rule, and controlled economic programs. The coinage system was one area where the government expressed political narratives without words. Ang Bagong Lipunan printed on the coin wasn't just a motto, it was an ideological stamp promoting a tightly governed society, often at the expense of civil liberties. Coins like the 25 Sentimo were tools of daily propaganda, subtly reinforcing political authority. 1980, inflation was gradually weakening the value of the Sentimo. Although a 25 Sentimo coin could still buy some cheap goods, like a matchbox or piece of candy. Its purchasing power was decreasing compared to earlier decades, when centavo coins were meaningful. The 1980s saw the beginning of the decline in the practical use of lower denominations. This would lead to many being phased out by the late 1990s and early 2000s. Juan Luna, the featured figure, was not randomly chosen. He was a painter whose masterpiece, Spoliarium, won international awards in Europe, a revolutionary connected to the propaganda movement alongside José Rizal and Marcelo H. del Pilar, a national hero. Despite a troubled personal life, he famously killed his wife in a jealous rage and was acquitted in Europe due to crimes of passion. His dual identity as both artist and activist made him an ideal symbol of creative nationalism during the Bagong Lipunan period. In everyday Filipino life, coins were kept in small cloth purses or passed quickly in market stalls. The 25 centimo coin, with its golden color and mid-size form, was familiar to most Filipinos. It was commonly used in jeepney fares, often needing exact change. During 1980, the world was grappling with the second global oil crisis. This impacted the Philippine economy significantly. Energy shortages, rising prices, and increased debt forced the Marcos regime to take loans from the IMF and World Bank. Thank you for watching.